is Tracy, and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to do a tag video. I have like a whole bunch of tags written in my book, and I just saw this one on Jennifer Gaines' channel today, so I'll link her channel below. I'm not sure who started this tag. It's called the Invade My Privacy Tag. So I like doing tags because then like you get to know people better, and I might answer questions that you had that, you know, I hadn't answered at one point in time. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button below and click the bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And today on my eyes is the ColourPop with Shayla eyeshadow palette, like duh. And I use this turquoisey color with this rose gold kind of color in the middle. And that's what I'm wearing on my eyes. And then on my lips, I just recently discovered these, and I've like fallen in love, and I want to go buy all kinds of shades. It's the Amore Shine by Milani, and this is in the shade 02 Tenderness. And it's super, super comfortable, and it's shiny. It looks like a gloss. It stays on, you know, for a good amount of time. And I've really been enjoying them. So I will probably end up buying like a bunch more colors. So let's get on with the tag. And here's our furry friend, Mr. He's kind of out of frame, but he's here like he always is to help with the videos. So let's see. The first question is, do you wake up cranky? I don't wake up cranky unless someone like purposely wakes me up. But usually I don't have an alarm, so I just get up whenever, and I usually get up about 10 o'clock, and by that time, you know, I'm pretty good, so I don't really have anything to be cranky about other than pain, but that's like my constant companion, so can't do anything about that. Next question, would you date a man 25 years younger? Heck no. 25 is the age of my son. So I see these women that go for like younger guys, and I think, how can you do that? Like, I look at my son and I'm like, ooh, like, no, just no. I could not. Like a few years, maybe, but 25, no way. My husband's 7 years older than me, so no. Let's see. Would you ever smile at a stranger? I always smile at strangers. If I'm in a store or if someone looks at me, I always try to smile. That's just who I am. So if I see someone and they're looking at me or they're looking at me funny, I just give them a smile and walk on by. So let's see. Number 4, can you commit to one person? Of course I can. I have. So let's see, I've been with my husband now for 5 years. It'll be 5 years next month. June 30th is 5 years. So, and before my first husband, who is the father of my children, we were married for 8 years until he cheated on me. So yeah, I have no problem committing to one person. That's the only kind of relationship I want to be in, is committed to one person. And let's see, number 5, how often do you listen to music? I listen to music every day if I'm in the car. That's about the only place I listen to my music, is in my car. So if I'm going out and about, I have the music on. Let's see, number 6. Are you social or an antisocial person? That's like a tough one for me because I like to stay home. And like my daughter and I always say, we hate people because we'll be somewhere and somebody will just do something really rude or just really stupid, and you're just like, or you get in your car and like you can't even get down to the corner and someone's already pulled out in front of you and practically caused an accident. So that kind of stuff, it's like I would rather just stay home. Like I don't go out to like clubs, and like I go to parties like at my best friend Julie's house, hey girl, and that kind of thing. But I don't have a lot of friends in town here. My best friend lives about an hour away in Indio, and my daughter lives in Palm Desert, which is right next to Indio. So my two best friends live there, and then my cousin, who is my best friend, lives in San Diego, which is about an hour and a half away. So when I'm around town here, I'm just kind of a loner. If I have to go out and go shopping, I went thrift shopping yesterday, and like I don't really have anybody to do that with if my daughter's not here. So I guess I could be considered both, like kind of, sort of, but kind of not. Because I won't be rude or, like I see people out in public and we get a conversation going. So I talk to strangers and, I can be very personable that way. Let's see, number 7. If your husband or partner said they loved someone else, what would you say? One word, bye. What else would I don't know what else I could say. If they want to be with someone else, then that's their choice, and they can just walk on by. I have no room for cheaters or anything like that. Like I said, my first husband cheated on me, and when I found out, kicked me to the curb. My kids were babies, and I said bye. So, have no problem saying goodbye. Let's see, number 8. Are you good at hiding your feelings? Yes and no. If I'm mad and like I'm with the person I'm mad at, they're going to know I'm mad. You will know that I'm mad. Now, if I'm out in public and, stuff like that, like you're not going to really know. Like, I mean, I have no reason to be mad at someone. I'm not usually mad at people. But, that kind of thing, like I think most people, if you're mad or upset, it pretty much shows. And yeah, I would say I probably don't hide my feelings well. Let's see. Number 9, can you drive a stick shift? Heck yeah, I can drive a stick shift. I learned how to drive on a 1977 Honda Civic stick shift, 4-speed. And my mom taught me how to drive, and all the time she was teaching me to drive. And if you don't know how to drive a stick shift, or if you do know how to drive a stick shift, you have to get that balance between the clutch and the gas just right. It's got to be, just right for you to be able to go and get in gear and drive off. And I can remember my mom yelling, "You're going to burn my clutch. You're going to burn out my clutch." So I heard that a lot until I actually got it right and figured out how to do it. But I always told my kids, if you don't know how to drive a stick shift, you don't know how to drive a car. Because if someone needed you to move their car, take their car, drive their car, and you said, sure, and you got in and it was a stick shift and you couldn't drive it, you can't drive. But I definitely do know how to drive a stick shift. Number 10. What's something people would be surprised to learn about you? I've never mentioned this on my channel, and I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised that I was born and raised a Jehovah's Witness, and I've not been one for about 6 years now. So I'm 48, so like 42 years of my life I was a Jehovah's Witness. Let's see, when was the last time you cried? The last time I cried was about 2 weeks ago when my daughter and I were together and we found out that one of our friends was murdered. And she was 21 years old, and she was one of my daughter's good friends, and she was like a daughter to me. She spent a lot of time at our house, and we found out through someone that told us, "Did you hear what happened?" She was in a vehicle with another girl, and it was midnight, and somebody came up to the car and shot and killed them both. And the other girl had 2 babies that she had just had a baby. And the friend of ours, Gabby, she doesn't have any kids, but she was just getting ready to move out of state on the Monday before this happened, or the Monday prior to this happening. And yeah, it is just devastating because I've never known anyone that's died except for my grandma, and I've definitely never known anyone who'd been murdered. And it was just like we could not believe it. And we were together the whole weekend, and every time we would look at each other and it's like, Oh my gosh, I'm still thinking about it. We just cannot believe it. It's just so sad and so devastating. So that would definitely be the last time that I cried. And the funeral is this coming Saturday, so I'm sure there will be more tears. Let's see. Have you ever liked someone you didn't expect to like? My husband. Like when I first met my husband, we actually met on Plenty of Fish. My husband now. We met on Plenty of Fish, and he had just sent me a message, and he said, "Hi, you know, I saw your profile. You're really pretty. I'd like to take you to dinner." And I'm like, okay. So we met at a public place, you know, had dinner, a nice dinner. And then we had spent like hours together on that first date. And I didn't really know like how I felt. I mean, I thought, oh, he'd be a good friend, like da 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 da. And I didn't really know like which way my feelings would go, because I was kind of thinking, I don't know, is he for me? I don't know. So then he called me the next day, and we met up again the next day, and like we just talked all the time. Got lipstick on my face. We just talked and talked and talked, and it was like we had known each other forever. And we both would always say, like, it just feels like we should have been together from the very beginning. That's how good we get along, and we have a really awesome relationship. We just get along really well. We don't fight. We've never had like a fight or, ever gotten mad or anything like that. So I didn't expect to like him, and all these years later, I'm still with him. So number 16, what is the biggest life lesson? What is the biggest life lesson from being on YouTube? I would say just to be yourself and don't worry about what anybody says about you. Don't listen to gossipers. Don't let people bring you down. If somebody has something negative to say, then just move on. Don't engage that kind of stuff. And I feel that way in my real life too, is like if you're like, if you're like toxic and you want to cause problems and drama and stuff like that, I don't need that in my life. So I have definitely learned that. And number 14, this is the last question, and it is, what defines success? This should run through the video multiple times. Success, I guess maybe they're meaning on YouTube, or I don't really know if it's YouTube, your life in general. But I would define success as being happy in what you're doing and being confident in yourself and your skills. And if you're on YouTube, success would be having hundreds of thousands of followers. In my case, if I could get to like maybe 1,000 followers, I'd probably fall over. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. And that was the last question, and that's going to do it for this video. So Mr. and I are going to sign off now, and we will catch you all in my next one. Bye.